Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Icewind Dale Classic. Last time we left off, we got into East Haven, we confronted Bhefelit, obviously we kicked his ass, and now we are here, into frozen East Haven, where the final battle will probably take place, I suppose. Alright, we got here, and we defeated the false Pomab. I don't know why is he false Pomab, I have no idea who is false Pomab. Whatever, let's just go in here, I suppose. And we have another one of those things. Suspended in mid-air above this small stone day is the image of a gleaming shard of crystal. A strange bluish light radiates from the image, forming a luminescent curtain of energy that bars your passage across the room. Okay, so what am I supposed to do? Let's see if we can find some traps first. Because this seems like I have to touch this thing, but I don't know what this thing exactly does. So, Paladin, be brave.
Very well.
Well, that's weird.
You again. I admire your persistence, but come now. I think it is time you accepted the fact that it is not within your power to stop me.
Okay, what can we say to him? Enough talk, Pocolin, or whatever, whoever you are. This time there will be no escape for you.
Escape? I assure you, I have no intention of fleeing. I would have finished you back at Dawn's Deep were it not for the fact that Crenshinaban willed it otherwise.
yeah, Crunchy. Yeah, sure. Sounds to me like you are nothing but a pawn to Crunchinibon, a mindless puppet that dances at its whim.
I am not interested in your feeble-minded perceptions. The shard is nothing but a tool to me. I have used its power to further my plans and gain advantage where none existed before. I am its master.
Now, who's being feeble-minded? It is you who had been used by Crunchinibon, and now that you have failed to serve its purposes, the shard has betrayed you.
Please, do not insult me with such transparent lies. Deception is a delicate art form, and should not be practiced by one as clumsy and inexperienced as yourself.
It is no lie. How do you think we got here? The shard led us to you. It wants us to destroy you.
Impossible! Crenshinaban serves me. It has obeyed my commands all along, aiding my cause and...
It served you only to serve itself. Its evil is fueled by the desire for conquest, but reopening this portal is not conquest, it's madness. What will be left to rule once the minions of hell are set free in this world?
I care nothing for ruling this miserable land. The scope of my desire is far beyond your mortal comprehension. I exist solely for the purpose of corrupting the corruptible. To me, this world is nothing but a fertile field, a vast crop of temptable souls. And now, it is harvest time.
Okay, gotcha.
Consider
Ooh.
yourselves fortunate.
Hey.
You alone shall witness this historic. Behold, the circle is complete. What was undone so long ago has been done once more. The doors to the lower planes have been thrown wide.
Oh no, I know how this will end. We will defeat this guy and Everard will launch himself into the portal to close it. The irony.
And now my brethren are free to plunder this world for its immortal spoils. Soon the ranks of the Blood War army will swell with thousands of fresh souls.
Hold, Pocolin. It will take more than boasting to bring you victory this day.
There are traps everywhere, be careful. Traps everywhere.
Jared's stone. I have never seen it.
Everard, how did you get here?
The glyphs. They dissolved once I felt Tempest within me, calling me to battle. I know now what I must do. What Jared had to do.
I told you guys. Everard, don't! There must be another way. The tale of Gerald Stone doesn't mean...
The tale of Jared Stone is a lesson in sacrifice. Sacrificing oneself so that others might live. That was Jared's choice. It has taken me a long time, too long, to realize the nobility in such a gesture.
Everard, stop! What are you doing? There is a trap! There you go. Gotcha. Everard dead.
Fools! Do you think you can defeat me so easily? The priest has done nothing but delay the inevitable. I still possess the secrets of unlocking the portal. It is only a matter of time before I open the gate once more.
You won't get the chance. Your time is over. Maybe if you stop talking. Okay, bro.
I hope I don't get in the way.
Okay, you go over there. You go over there. You disable this trap, which is the most dangerous.
Yes.
You go over there, and you go over there. The mage has to cast this spell. Wow.
Let me know what you want.
Did you...
That's
Okay, well, that's a dispel magic too much. Yeah, what did you cast exactly? You have pain.
I'm ready.
I'm ready! Let's go and
How can I help?
deal with this guy. Oh, hi! Did not see you. You are a construct, I believe. I don't think you are categorized as a monster. Get away, get away, get away. Okay,
I await
this
your
is the
orders.
final battle, so might as well pop a nice
You just
haste.
tell me
Now,
what
can you cast anything at all? You can cast this. And you can cast prayer. And you can cast... Let's see if all the monster works again. Oh, I can cast this though. Well, we got 3 monsters here. I'm sure you guys will do just fine while I run around the room. And let me see. Whole monster. Let's see if whole monster works. Well, it just doesn't work. Well, I suppose we have to deal with this construct eventually. Okay, can we do like Ice Lance? Oi, what did you take? That was a nasty spell. That was a super nasty spell. I don't even have a decent spell. Well, you need to heal, I suppose.
ready and willing.
Yes, ready and willing. You just need to throw a big heal on this guy.
What should I do?
Nope. I don't think golems are gonna work. Golems are gonna take damage from... Ow! What is that? Why did you cast all these spells?
At your service.
Can I use magic missile, by the way? Oh, yes we can. Bhefelit, that's your name. Okay, well, let me drop another one of those. Guys, I am Oh! Juniper weapon ineffective. So, let's use something else, then. We have a longbow +4. I'm sure a longbow +4 will work. I have a shield equipped. Well, now I have a bow equipped. Now we need arrows. Lots of arrows. Plenty of arrows. Just use this one and be hopeful that it works. Uh-oh. No. Just stay away from the circle. The circle is bad. You need to mirror image. Okay, just go over that now. Okay, it seems like it's working. Oh, I have this potion. I should probably use this potion. And this potion? Yeah, drink this potion. You, my friend, you are in trouble. You're in deep trouble, dwarf. You might as well have to live. Well, the dwarf died. But I think we won. Yay!
Defeated at last, the stricken demon fell with a roar that shook the walls of the underground chamber. But the heroes' moment of victory was short-lived, for as the form of their vanquished enemy lay broken upon the floor, so too was the power of the shard broken. The companions soon found themselves scrambling to escape as the fortress began to collapse around their ears. No sooner had they emerged from the secret threshold than the entire tower came crashing down, shattering into 1,000,000 pieces. Triumphantly, the party of adventurers stood among the ruins, basking in the glory of final victory. And as the first rays of dawn glittered off the scattered fragments of the crystalline tower, a light snow began to fall over the once again peaceful town of East Haven. And so ends the final chapter in my tale, with the forces of good triumphant over the forces of evil. It wasn't long before the destroyed town of East Haven was rebuilt, and a new temple dedicated to Tempus was erected upon the site of the buried portal. As for the vanquished demon, Bhefelit, defeated on the Prime, he was banished back to the depths of hell, where he languished for a period of 100 years, tormented by the memory of his mistakes, and waiting for the day he would return to Faerun and exact his revenge.
So the storyteller is the demon, basically. Pretty much.
Yes, yes!
Well, it's not over yet. Well, actually it is. So the story that you notice that in the change of how he speaks some words, that is the demon. Not only at the oh, J.E. Sawyer. Man, that name is everywhere. Yeah, it was a fun game. Nothing really frustrating, with maybe the exception of the salamanders. But not even that much. It was a pleasant adventure. Like nothing like high pitch like, I don't know, Baldur's Gate 3. Like, you know, this super duper full of useless banter and stuff. It was just a simple adventure, the one you would expect from a session with your friends. Like you sit down, you have this adventure, you go slaughter people in their homes, and it was just a very simple, linear storyline. Almost feels like a spin-off, you know, from Baldur's Gate. That takes me back to the main screen. So yeah, it was very fun. The only problem I have with this game is the weapon selection. I have found only one short sword. So, and no short bows, I think. So some classes will be very limited in their weapon selection if you pick some weapon types. Like Buster Swords, I don't think I've found a single Buster Sword. Maybe one, possibly. Yeah, one Buster Sword, maybe. That's about it. Everything else was just longsword, two-handed swords, warhammers, and axes. So if I had to redo the party, I will do it a little bit differently. Let's see, if I make a new single player game, let's see, create. If I had to create a character, obviously, yeah, anyway, anything works. Sure, human, sure. Class, fighter is okay. Everything is okay. If I had to do everything from scratch, I would say definitely get a couple of bow users and one crossbow user. So you have two bows. We have the bow of the defender and we have the bow +4. And you get another +2 bow, so if you want to upgrade, you got that chance. Or maybe you just take one longbow user. Yeah, you can take one longbow user, one crossbow user, and one sling user. Although slings are not that great. What is that? This one missile weapon? Yeah, so these three weapons types, they have one super duper weapon each. Now, the bows are obviously probably the best choice, but the crossbows are not bad because of that special crossbow that gives you 3 attacks per round, or 2 attacks per round, sorry. So with the proficiencies, you can get up to 3 attacks per round, which is not that bad. Missile weapons, slings are great because there are a lot of undead units here, and slings do bludgeoning damage, so you don't get the reduction skeletons usually get from slashing and piercing weapons. So those three weapon types, I will probably go with a missile, a crossbow, and a bow. Now clerics cannot use bows and crossbows. They can only use slings, and mages can use other weapons if you multiclass them. So I would have a cleric sitting in the back line with a sling, maybe a fighter cleric sitting in the back line with a sling, instead of having a pure cleric, which is absolutely useless. I would have a thief, or maybe, yes, I would have a thief with a crossbow. Or maybe a thief with a bow, one of the two. A thief and a mage, they will use the bow and the crossbow. And then I would have the 3 frontliners with large swords, great swords, and I will have them use axes. So a dwarf with maybe an axe. You can go with a two-handed and a single weapon sword and shield axe. You get both choices, whichever you prefer. And then I would have someone with a two-handed sword and someone with a large sword. You can use quartz staves, you can use spears. Spears is also a possibility, you can use spears too. But the problem is with the amount of skeletons, probably spears are not a great choice. As to hammers are also good. There are plenty of good hammers, so maybe a dwarf, a couple of dwarves, one with hammers and one with axes. I don't know. You get the choice. There are a lot of choices actually. But I think the biggest one are large swords and great swords. Because great swords you get a +4 and large sword you get a +5 when you get it in Icewind, and you get a fire sword which allows you to kill trolls, which is not bad. Anyways, also the multi-class, I will not go single class unless you have a plan, like you reach level 7 and you dual class into something else. And yeah, I would not advise going single class in these games because they have removed the cap that was present in Goldbox games. So you can level anything to a high level. So multi-classing here is absolutely overpowered compared to the old DOSBox game. No, old Goldbox games. So definitely multi-classing pays off, especially if you do fighter. Fighters should basically be on anybody. You need to have 6 fighters. It's so great to have them. But basically you can play with whatever you want. You've seen you can play with whatever you want. But if you play without modified characters, maybe multi-classing is the choice, is the way to go. Definitely you want a fighter druid. You want a fighter cleric. You want a fighter mage thief. And what else? And you want a paladin and a ranger? Sure, why not? And then maybe another fighter, which is maybe a fighter thief, dwarf. I don't know. Whatever. I feel like this game is a little bit underrated. Although it's not very long compared to Baldur's Gate, this was definitely shorter. You can finish Baldur's Gate pretty quickly if you cheese a lot of the stuff, but if you like to enjoy the side questing, reading dialogue, it's a pretty long adventure. Not like Baldur's Gate 2. I feel like Baldur's Gate 2 has 2 main issues. You start already at a high level, so most of the armor class building, all those things, do not really matter that much. It's more about storytelling. And the problem is that Baldur's Gate 2 is extremely long. There are a lot of things, a lot of places. You'll be high level in no time. Like you're already level 7. You will drop into the 30s, 13s and such at the bare minimum if you just do the story. I know probably the enhanced edition allows you to get farther from the 13, maybe more into the 20s. I don't know. Never played the enhanced edition. I do have the enhanced edition of Baldur's Gate 2. I mean, I have everything in the enhanced edition with the exception of Icewind Dale 2, because I have the box of Icewind Dale 2 right over there, which you cannot see but I can. So that's, you know, redundant. I can just drop the CD into the DVD reader and drop the ISO because I don't want to use my DVD reader. It's old and probably doesn't work well. It makes a lot of noise. I don't want it to translate into the recording. It spins like it does this weird recording, this weird noise. Sorry, not recording. Weird noise, and I can't stand it. So I tend to put the CD in, um, burn it into an ISO, and then use mount the ISO and play the game like that. I just prefer it that way. It's faster. I don't have to have a CD into the DVD reader, and you know, this stuff is retro stuff. So I'd rather have it in good condition. If one day Icewind Dale 2 will be worth something, maybe I can resell it one day when I need the money. Anyways, as for what it will come next, I don't know yet. There were a few games I would have loved to play, like Fallout Tactics, Arcanum, but Arcanum I've already tried on my main channel and it didn't have much traction. There was not much interest behind that game, and plus it's extremely long, and after a while I tend to get derailed from what I'm supposed to do. It's an amazing game, don't get me wrong. I love the idea behind it. I love the fact that you can craft. I will not play a mage or a fighter just because the crafting is so great. You can search trash cans and build Molotov cocktails out of them. Like you can find stuff and craft. That's something I really like. But Arcanum is that you can you can literally be a bum and craft Molotov cocktails. Fallout Tactics could be interesting, but I'm afraid, yeah, Fallout Tactics. I don't know how many people even know the game exists or even consider watching the playthrough. I mean, it's gonna be probably boring watching a playthrough of Fallout Tactics. Cyberstorm is also an interesting choice because it's the bastard brother of MechWarrior. Like it's the other franchise, you know, with Star Siege, Art Siege, and I think Tribes was set on the universe of Cyberstorm. I think, might be wrong though. Um, Cyberstorm. The problem with Cyberstorm is that you have to grind a lot. You need to grind a lot of mining missions where you go with your hercs and mine all the resources. And yeah, it's gonna be very repetitive to Let's Play because there is a lot of maybe another session of Abomination, guys. If you are down, let's do another session of Abomination. I'll think about it. If not now, maybe in the next Let's Play. There are other games I would like to play, but I don't know. I don't know. I still have no clue on what to play next because you mean we're in 2025. Retro is, you know, I can't play games that are from the 90s, 80s, 80s. Yeah, from the 80s or the 90s. We're like a game released in 2005, let's say KOTOR, is probably retro at this point. You know, times flies by when you are playing video games. Too much for my liking. There is also Sacred Gold, which I have. I still have my box of Hellgate London, which I could install, the original game, not the reboot. I could install that, although that's a hack and slash, so probably boring to watch as well. Here's Icewind Dale 2. I think it's in Italian. I think, yeah, I think I got the Italian version. I don't know if I can install the English version. Yeah, yeah, even the voiceover is in Italian. So I don't know if I will be able to. Maybe I should just make an Italian channel and do Let's Plays there. So I don't say things that make no sense. And I actually speak my language, which I'm forgetting how to speak properly. What else is there that I can play? I don't know. There's so much stuff I could play. I've played a lot of games, by the way. I was thinking about making a marathon of Pool of Radiance. You know, I already played the Pool of Radiance, made a revenge play of Pool of Radiance. But I would just make Pool of Radiance again and go for Secret of... no, it's the Azure Bonds, Secrets, and the last one. So I will think about that. Yeah, just maybe bring all the characters from the first game into the last one. That's what I will probably do. Anyways, guys, I've taken up enough of your time, so thank you for sticking through Baldur's Gate. Oh, there's also I see the box of Temple of Elemental Evil, which has a lot of dust on it, but whatever. This game, don't get this game was just bugged to no end. I just remember having the base version. It was bugs after bugs after bugs. A classic Greyhawk adventure, yes, indeed. Oh my god. The problem with the Temple of Elemental Evil is that the story is tragically horrible. Like the module of Dungeons and Dragons, Temple of Elemental Evil is bad. It's non-existent. You go into this temple and there are nodes for the various elements and you kick ass over there. It's just very, very dull. In the game, there are some villages, there are some nice touches. Probably the first game that had an origin system. You might think that Dragon Age was the first one to have an origin system based on your character race and class. And no, um, this game had it too based on the party alignment, because you have alignments for characters and then you have party alignments. And based on the party alignment, you will get a different start with a different initial adventure, very short adventure, like an introduction, maybe 15 minutes at best, even less. It's usually very, very small. Like I think the chaotic evil party, you lay waste to a caravan and then you murder people in a church, or just the church. I don't remember. You just do stuff. Is there anything else I can play? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. There is Terror from the Deep on the other side of the shelf. As of the Beholder 3, I have the big box, but it's a floppy drive version, so yeah. And I also have the collection on Steam, so that's one of the few things I'd like to have because of the very cool thing of having the Gold Box Companion. So I have all of those things on Steam. Because the Steam version I think it's better than the GOG version, but I might be wrong. Then we have Exen and Exen 2. I've played those on my main channel, along with Heretic. Dark Forces, I would love to play Dark Forces, but the problem is the saving system. I cannot make a Let's Play if I cannot save during a mission. I have to go either complete the mission or start from scratch. Rights of War we've done, Command and Conquer. Could be interesting, I would have to use PCEM. Wing Commander 4, there is Evil Island, which I've already played on the main channel, along with a guide to play the multiplayer, if you guys are interested in playing the multiplayer version, which is basically single player. Team Hospital didn't perform well. Secret Weapons of the Luftwaffe. Man, what kind of names I'm popping out of here. There is lots of magic over there. Fallout 2, Army Man, Screamer, Incubation, Revenant. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I'll be seeing you in the next game. Take care.